We absolutely love Toyotas. They're the most indestructible cars ever built, except when they're not. So I'm here with one of the best Toyota Lexus mechanics in the business, Paul Meeker.
How you guys doing?
Good to have you, buddy. We're gonna break down what really happens when a Toyota breaks down. First clip. At this moment, the engine blows. Oh no, is this the GR? We were jumping right into it.
Oh, and caught a fire.
Yeah, have you seen
I've heard
the stuff about this?
Yeah.
All right, so if you haven't caught up with what's going on in recent news, the GR Corollas, these cars are burning down. I think two within 2 weeks have burned down.
Exactly.
And then Toyota is denying the warranty.
Yeah.
What's with that?
I don't know. I mean, it's, because computers are so smart now. They said the guy was, at one time, was doing 85 miles an hour.
Right. They blamed the car burning down on his tires not being able to exceed 80 mile an hour, which the tires that come on the car are rated for that. And he doesn't have aftermarket wheels, I don't think.
I don't know. It's filling that fender well pretty good.
I mean, those look like those look like all seasons.
I mean, he's got a decent tire on it. They look like they're bald at least.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter, right?
No.
Most tires, I mean,
The tire has nothing to do with the car burning.
Right. They don't make tires that can't handle 80 mile an hour anymore. You know, like,
No, they don't. Yeah.
Like what the heck? So what do you think about this, Paul?
I mean, they should just warranty it. I mean, give the guy a car. 2 incidents, I mean, it might just be a freak accident. I mean, or incident, but who knows? I mean, if more happens, it's definitely going to be a problem. But yeah, we don't know. There's no way to tell. Two's not enough.
Let's hope it's not another floor mat recall. On to the next clip. Oh, speaking of Tundra.
Yep. It's got a little rattle. Just a little rattle. All you got to do is change the oil. It'll be good.
All right, so we all know that they did recall this, but what exactly is the issue?
The issue is, or at least what Toyota claims, is that during the assembly of the motor, that there was debris left in there, and then so after it's running, it runs through the oil, past the bearings, it's eating the bearings up.
So debris is essentially leftover material from when the hole was cut inside the metal.
Sure, and it could come from anywhere. I mean, every part of the car has been machined, so I mean, it might have leftover metal that they didn't clean off well enough, and then they put the motor together.
Why is there leftover metal inside of their engines?
Because they f***ed up.
They rushed the production line.
They f***ed up.
Yeah.
Toyota already owned up to this. I mean, they're saying...
It took them a while.
They already know it's a problem. They knew before, but if they actually announced it, they tried to rectify and figure out a way to fix it. So they have cars in there, and they send their techs from the factory out to take a look at it and see if there's a way to fix it or repair it without having to replace it.
Yeah.
So that's why they don't announce stuff before.
Well, Toyota has officially recalled all of these vehicles, including some that haven't blown up yet. They're not going to take the chance, so at least they're righting their wrongs. Paul, what would you say the biggest misconception about Toyotas is?
Is that you don't have to maintain it. Next clip.
Oh, God.
That's a hole.
That's a new window. What do you call that? It's not a moonroof. What is it?
It's from the bottom, so it's like a glass bottom boat.
Yeah, there you go. What exactly would cause something like this to happen? Just shatter the casting of the whole motor?
My guess is that they didn't maintain it, ran it out of oil until that rod broke. The rod snapped and poked a hole through the bottom of the engine.
And then the oil decided to change itself.
Yeah.
I used to work at a parts store, and there were so many people I met. They're just like, "Oh, what do you mean I need to change the oil?" Change the oil.
It is the cheapest thing you can do to maintain your car.
If it matters, this is a Prius.
Oh. So we're just finding out that this is a Prius, which totally tracks. What do you mean? It's a hybrid. I don't need to change oil. It has an electric motor. Oh.
All the money you saved on oil changes, you can buy a motor.
Exactly. That's the logic. That's the logic.
Next clip.
Oh, yes. Toyotas are indestructible. I bet as soon as those bananas get off that truck, it'll rebound right to place.
I don't think that thing's coming back.
It is weird that it gave out on one side.
No, it snapped the leaf spring.
But it's still going.
You probably just put a piece of wood in there. Just put a piece of wood in there. Jam a piece of wood in there. Great suspension.
He's on his way to get the wood.
Yeah.
Besides reasons like this, how does Toyota get that reputation of being so indestructible? Is it mainly trucks?
I think it's everything. I think all manufacturers have some problem cars and some not, whatever. Toyota's just been great. I mean, this is an 80s pickup truck and there's a million of them on the road still. Parts are readily available in almost every country, so I mean it's easy to fix them and keep them maintained. And other countries maintain cars better than Americans. So I mean, this is an 80s pickup truck and obviously way overloaded. It wasn't meant to hold that much weight, and he's still driving it.
Next clip. It's a well-known fact that the secret to Toyota's ability to make the most reliable cars on the planet comes from the Japanese philosophy of Kaizen, meaning the ongoing process of making small improvements. What this means in practice is that any assembly worker along the line can stop the line if they see something that's not right. But that doesn't prevent awful design and engineering choices from making their way to the factory floor in the first place. If you happen to own this next Toyota from 2006, let's see what you're in for. All right, so Lexus GS300 2006, price $5.5 million. It's in a different country, so who knows what that is. It equates to around 10 grand. Tony's got a weird look in his eye. What's wrong with this car? It looks fine.
Looks great. And they made that car, made quite a long run. So 2006 was the first year. They made it from 2006 to 2010, 11, around there. But 2006 was a 1 year only car. So it was a GS300 with a new body style. And it's a V6 instead of a straight 6. It was a year before that was a 2J.
Oh.
Toyota, they knew they screwed up so bad. It was a 1 year only car. 1 year only transmission, 1 year only engine, but they kept the body because they have to retool it. So they replaced the motor the year after with a 3.5 liter V6 instead of this junk 3 liter.
Why? What was the mistake?
Just design flaws, I think, and lots of design flaws. I mean, the transmission, they added another gear. So, I mean, a transmission doesn't get much bigger. So they're adding parts that are, they're adding another gear. So you have more parts in the same amount of space. What do you have to do? You have to make everything smaller, which is going to make everything weaker.
Yep, and I bet it's hard to find parts for them too.
I personally won't even work on them.
What's the highest mileage one you've ever seen?
I've never seen one make it to 200.
I mean,
that's pretty sad for a Toyota, though.
That's sad for a Toyota, but when you compare it to like a Ford, pretty good.
Next clip.
Crossover SUVs dominate American roads today, whether we like it or not. But did you know that Toyota invented the concept? Let's see if Paul thinks it was a good one.
Well, actually, he's complaining about check engine
Death
light,
Trap
ABS
Award
light,
winner.
red brake light. Every light on the dash is on. This gave the front end just a little bit of a shakedown, and I think we got an issue.
Nothing wrong with that.
What car was that?
RAV4.
Oh, you already know. Hey, what happened?
Those are wheel bearings.
Oh yeah, that's what it seems like.
Yeah, it's any car. It doesn't matter.
Just neglect.
Yeah, neglect.
And probably some
like
hard
you said,
driving.
it's a Toyota. Don't need to do anything. I don't know how you have two bearings that go bad at the same time.
That's why I'm
That's
thinking.
pretty.
That's why I'm thinking it's a curb.
RAV4s now have become hipster cars, especially early ones.
Oh yeah.
I mean, these guys want the two-door, short wheelbase, and they're funny looking. But I mean, the hipsters love them, and they're selling for big money. I mean, these guys are buying $8 grand for a car with 250,000 miles on it.
I saw one on Instagram for sale the other day, and honestly, I thought about it. Next clip. 22RE. It doesn't want to die. He's trying.
Didn't die.
So this is a 22RE, pretty reliable motor, really hard to kill. I've killed one. We'll get to that story later. Does this really sound that bad?
No. I think the issue is a sensor or fuel pressure, something. RPMs just don't want to come up. I mean, so it is. This is a fuel injected motor. I think it's a sensor or computer issue. It's definitely not mechanical.
So the person that posted the video said the mass airflow sensor is only a year old, and they're unsure because it's stumbling during throttle input. So
Sure. So, I mean, it could be fuel pressure.
yeah.
Something that old too, same thing. I mean, you don't have enough fuel pressure, so you give it gas, it demands more fuel. If it doesn't have it, the pump can't pump it. I mean, it still will run. And in mass airflow sensors on this car, especially, or most Toyotas, there's a lot of aftermarket stuff available, and it's all junk. It's pure trash. I'd rather go get a used one from a junkyard than a brand new one that a remanufactured one from some manufacturer we have no ever heard of.
Right.
So, even though he changed it, I would probably change that again.
Okay.
But there's ways to test it too.
Yeah. Don't get it from a parts store. Get it from Toyota.
Next clip.
In the 1990s, the Honda Civic became the ubiquitous tuner car, thanks in large part to the genius of friend of the show, Stefan Papadakis. Ironically though, Steph now races for Toyota. So, you might be wondering why Honda beat Toyota to the tuner scene in the 90s. Well, Toyota almost made it with one legendary car, but was it really all that it was cracked up to be? Let's find out.
Hey,
Hey.
let's get the f***ing Supra out.
Oh,
It's a
Toyota
nice
Supra.
thing. Yeah.
It looks like it's been
Let's
heavily
get it
modified.
out, because the is just gonna break down anyways.
I don't know,
Lost my
man.
fuel pumps, and I
Oh.
don't even know why.
I don't think
I
that's
went
Toyota's
back
fault.
and checked in the back. There's a blown fuse. I replaced it. Made it 4 more miles from the first place I broke down. And here
target,
we are
huh?
again. All the fuses are fine. So the only thing I can think of is something with the remote wire that turns them the on.
Sounds like this guy created his own problems.
He definitely did. He did. I guess, I mean, the way it looks and with the exhaust coming off the side and the small runners, it's a setup for a drag car in general.
Yeah.
He probably had 1,000 horsepower.
Probably.
You modify something that much, you're gonna have issues.
You for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure. It's so far from stock that it's not Toyota's fault. And like you just said in the last clip, aftermarket parts.
Aftermarket parts.
We all love aftermarket parts.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean they're gonna fix your problems.
Or be more reliable.
Most of the time, it's someone trying to have fun. Like this guy.
Like this dumb.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, so this guy's having a bunch of problems with his Supra that he obviously modified in his own way. Let's see what happens with a well-tuned Supra.
We're a little drifted.
Hell yeah. There's a reason why everyone screams, "Is that a Supra?" whenever they see one.
Yeah, he's driven that car a few times, huh?
He had a lot of car control going on there.
It looked like it.
Dude's definitely put some miles in that car and he understands it very well.
Next clip.
All right, looks like we're under a car. I see a little bit of red.
Some coolant.
Hear a little bit of a click. Ooh. Hear that winding down. What is that?
I think something fell or came apart in between the motor and the transmission. So the flywheel cracked. I've seen that happen. Bolt come loose, and it actually rub somewhere inside. So there's coolant, or is it coolant, or is it
Looks like
trans
trans
fluid?
fluid. Looks like automatic transmission fluid.
So yeah, something's in between the motor and the transmission came apart.
So what is actually making that noise?
I don't know. Flywheel, my guess. Flywheel or a bolt came off, or
There's only one way to find out. That's what
take
it
the
sounds
transmission out.
Oh no!
That's how you're gonna find out what's wrong with it.
Are there any transmissions that Toyota has made that people should avoid?
First generation RXs is worthless. That transmission, and like I said earlier, 06 GS300, kind of anything in 06 that was rear-wheel drive.
Sounds like Toyota's got a good rap.
I picked the wrong car to fix. They don't need to be fixed, and that's what everybody else says, right? They don't need to fix.
Yeah.
I should have worked on BMW.
Then you'd be too busy. Next clip. Ah, yes, Jeremy Clarkson going down the stairs.
It's damaged my spine quite badly.
Yeah, battery's good, radiator's good. I'll buff out.
So that's going to drown
Oh yes,
my
I
car.
remember this.
I remember this
Well,
too.
when will I be able to get it out again?
A few hours.
Fires right up. Oh, yeah.
I've seen this video a few times.
So good. Everyone watched it.
Everybody's seen it.
Yeah, you've had to have seen this.
My wife has seen it. She doesn't give a shit about cars. Hilux. That's the same motor we were talking about earlier. Depending on the year, but it's either a 20R or 22R, based on the same block. Just displacement's a little bit different. It is Toyota's, their flagship motor, or what do you want to call it, but it's just a great truck.
Yeah, it's a really good truck, really solid frame, like...
No frills.
No, nothing
No
crazy.
comfort features.
Nothing, nope. Mechanically, none of what they did would really damage it except for the water, I would say.
Well, even that is obviously still got it running. Oh, that and hitting a tree. I mean, come on.
Yeah, running that's probably why they pushed it off to the side and hit the headlight instead of straight in the middle to ruin everything. So
pretty big bull bar on there, though.
Yeah, bull bar's pretty good. It's a sick truck.
Yeah.
And they could probably still sell that. So why does Toyota refuse to sell the Hilux in the United States? Because of the chicken tax. You know, that thing that created the Subaru Brat? The chicken tax was a tariff imposed by the US on imported light trucks in 1964 as a retaliation for the European countries putting tariffs on American chickens. So our chickens got tariffed, and out of spite, we made light trucks more expensive to import. Makes total sense. I don't know. Today, overall industry tariffs are at a record low of 2%, but the damn 25% chicken tax on light trucks and SUVs is still there. You can thank the lobbyists from the domestic auto industry for that. So if you want to see the things like the Hilux sold here in the United States of America, please bully your local congressman today. We all got phones. Give them a call right now. Do it now. Do it now. Next clip. 96 Toyota Celica, $21,000
for $21,500. It's a 1996 Toyota Celica.
Dude, that's a GT4.
And you'll soon see why. Like, I get it. It's got 131,000 kilometers manual, and it's 1996 Toyota Celica. Here's someone of a front-end picture of it. It looks like it's all original still, really. So I'm not really seeing anything that's making in like 21 grand. Like, dude. So what do you guys think? Is it worth it?
Try and drive. Okay, that guy was completely wrong. I think this is rage bait.
Yeah.
Because someone that makes automotive content would know what they're looking at. You know?
Yeah, it's a JDM car.
Yeah, I think he's straight up just making people mad. This is a Celica GT4, which is a rally car.
Yep.
Very world renowned for being really fast and good. Homologated car. All-wheel drive, manual. This is a great spec.
Yeah, 4-cylinder turbo.
Yeah. 135,000 kilometers is not that much.
No, really low for the year, especially. I personally probably wouldn't pay $21,000 for it either, but I mean, he's somewhere in the ballpark.
Yeah. For a collector, great car. Next clip. This guy.
That guy, next clip.
Something you see on the internet today quite a bit are people claiming that Toyota's reluctance to embrace the EVs is a sign that green energy cars are dead in the water. So Toyota is investing heavily into alternative fuels that can be distributed just like traditional fuels. Let's see how that's working out for them.
So I'm currently
Dark side of owning a Toyota Mirai.
I live in San Jose. And all the hydrogen stations are offline right now.
Yeah.
So I had to drive all the way around 50 miles, 40 miles to Oakland to fuel up. So that's what I'm doing right now at 12 a.m. And it cost me around $80.
Cheap, actually.
This is what it's like for a hydrogen car. The nozzle's frozen. I have to wiggle it out of there since it's frozen to my car.
All right, so the Toyota Mirai, that's their hydrogen car project that they focused on for a while. What do you think about them?
Like everything, you don't know, and this is first generation. They're just trying to figure it out. I think it's a solution because I think EV is going to go away.
Yeah.
I mean, lithium ion. I mean, it's already disappearing, and they haven't even done it for 25 years.
They're literally looking for new mines as we speak.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even 25 years old. It's not like fossil fuel has been around for 100 years at least now.
Even in the places where EVs actually make a lot of sense, like LA, the infrastructure sucks to support it. But if you move to the middle of nowhere, North Carolina, you don't need an EV.
Yeah.
But alternative fuels, that's different.
Sure.
We burn something better, we can't really complain about that.
I mean, after they figure out how to make it the same thing, it's going to get cheaper and cheaper. It should be.
And that's how it works.
Yeah.
You just got to figure it out. And good for Toyota for trying. So apparently, the hydrogen fuel cell technology is still being figured out, but there's also hydrogen combustion that's being figured out. Let's see what happens when hydrogen burns. Woo! Wow.
That's
pretty good.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. If they can figure it out, it'd be great. Imagine with the sounds it's going to make coming out of my exhaust. Anyway, next clip. We've been poking a lot at some of Toyota's failures, but that doesn't change the fact that Toyota makes the most reliable cars on the road, at least for now. So, we wanted to see if Paul has ever seen this Toyota ad that was never shown in America.
Yeah.
Ist eine Falle. Ein Corolla hat keine Panne. Nichts ist unmöglich. Toyota.
It's funny. They have in like 3 other countries. It's the same commercial. It's the exact same commercial. You're just using different people with different languages. But there's like 3 other ones, all exactly the same.
That's really funny. Yeah, Toyota's not gonna break down.
Yeah.
At least on the side of the road.
It's a Corolla. See there?
Yeah, especially a Corolla.
They actually at Toyota school, if you work for the dealership, they send you to school. And they showed us the same thing.
That's pretty good. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Real Mechanic Stuff. Paul, thank you again for coming out.
Thanks for having me.
Y'all have a good one.
Hi. Thank you for calling the office of Congresswoman Camlogger Dove. We are unavailable to take your call at the moment, but please leave your name, number, and a brief message after the beep, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Hey, this is Justin Freeman. I'm very big in the car world, and I'm concerned about the chicken tax. I would like it to go away. Why are light trucks the only thing still being taxed so high? I don't get it, and I would like for it to go away. I'm not leaving my number, so, have a good day. I would just like that taken care of, please. Thank you. Call your local congressperson. Let them know the real problems.